Dear students, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. Hope this very video finds you in good health. And see the topic for today: transformation. Transformation compound sentences into complex. Then transformation. You must have the very idea or the definition about transformation. Actually, transformation means to change. To change one sentence into another, keeping the meaning, keeping the meaning of the sentence given intact. That's when we have to change one sentence into another sentence, but we have to keep the meaning of the sentence given is intact. Okay. Then the topics regarding transformation is compound sentences into complex. Then compound sentence when at least two main clauses are connected using correlative conjunction. Correlative conjunction means and, but, or, so, etc. These are used to make the sentence compound. But here in this respect, compound sentences are given. You have to make them into complex. Then complex sentence, you must remember that one complex sentence contains at least one main clause. One main clause and at least one subclause. Subclause, you know, subclause can be divided into three categories: noun clause, adjective clause, and adverbial clause. And remember, we may transform one compound sentence into a complex using noun clause, adjective clause, or adverbial clause. The very first one is given do or die. Actually, you have to do or you will die. That's when we are going to make the sentence into a complex one, then we may use if. If it's the conditional clause regarding adverbial or regarding adverb. If you do not do, you will die. Instead of if, we have to use unless, because if not is equal to unless. Unless has the negative force or negative meaning. Unless has the negative force or negative meaning. If not is equal to unless. If you do not do you will die, or unless you do, you will die. Or in another sense, we write, if you want to live, you must do. If you want to live, you must do. Spare the rod and spoil the child. If you spare the rod, you will spoil the child. Unless you spare the rod, you will not spoil the child. See the very difference? Because in the very first sentence, if you do not do, but unless you spare, because if you spare, there is no not. But in the very sentence, if is forwarded or if is followed by not, but in the very sentence there is no not. If you spare the rod, you will spoil the child. Then if I write unless you spare the rod, you will not spoil the child. Unless you spare the rod, you will not spoil the child. Unless you spare the rod, you will not spoil the child. Spoil the child. Read and learn. Read. If you read, you will learn. It's an easy one. Unless you read, you will not learn. It's very same. What I have already discussed regarding question number 2. Unless you read, you will not learn. Or if you want to learn, suppose you want to learn, then you have to read. If you want to learn, you must read. My grandmother is old, but still she works. Though and although. Okay, that's when contrast of adverbial clause. My grandmother is old, but still she works. Though or although my grandmother is old, still she works. Get out of the room or I shall compel you. If you do not get out of the room, I shall compel. You may use unless here because there is if not. Okay, what will be the answer using unless, or you may write the answer actually on the comment box. Next, number 6, he was poor but honest. Though he was poor, he was honest. You may use though, although here instead of though. He was suffering from malaria, so he was absent for a long period. As he was suffering from malaria, as tells us the adverbial clause of reason or cause. As he was suffering from malaria, he was absent for a long period. He was laborious, but he is dull. Laborious means industrious, or what should I say? One who works diligently. Okay. Then, though he was laborious, he is dull. Laborious means industrious. Industrious. One who works hard. Though he was laborious, he is dull. Dull means uninteresting. Number 9. United we stand, divided we fall. See the very sentences. In the very sentence, there are two portions, and we have to transform both the two portions into several, not to several sentences, several portions, making them complex. United we stand. If we are united, we must stand. If we are divided, we must fall. Fall means downfall, or we are going to be doomed. If we are united, we must stand. If we are divided, we must fall. The fox saw a tiger and ran away. As the fox saw a tiger, it ran away. Instead of as, you may use when. When the fox saw a tiger, it ran away. See the use of it, because it's not a human being, so we have to use it there. Number 11. I feel cold and I search for fire. As I feel cold, I search for fire. Or when I feel cold, I search for fire. The speedboat was capsized. Capsized means overturned. The speedboat was capsized, but the passengers were safe without any harm to the passengers. Though the speedboat was capsized, the passengers were safe. Though or although must be used in this respect to make the sentence complex one. 13. The old man slipped and fell. As the old man slipped, he fell. Or when the old man slipped, he fell. 14. He opened the magic box and got a beautiful bird. When he opened the magic box, he got a beautiful bird. Or as he opened the magic box, he got a beautiful bird. 15. He must not be late or he will be punished. If he is late, he must be punished. If he is late, he must be punished. He has a large property, but he is unhappy. Actually, he has a large property, but he is unhappy. Though he has a large property, he is unhappy. Although must be used in this respect instead of though. He must work or he must starve. He must work or he must starve without eating food. Starve. If he does not work is the verb here, or if he does not do work, suppose do is the main verb. If he does not do work, he must starve. He was glad at my success and gave me a gift. As he was glad at my success, he gave me a gift. He found himself in problem and asked my suggestion. When he found himself in problem, the very first one, adverbial clause of time. When he found himself in problem, he asked my suggestion. Or as reason. As he found himself in problem, he asked my suggestion. The last one, the sun set and the birds were on their home. The sun set, the birds on their home. When the sun set, the birds were on their home. or as the sun set. As the sun set. The rest question should be written as the sun set, the birds were on their home. So dear students, this is all about the very transformation regarding compound into complex sentence, and I think the class is helpful for all of you. If you are new on my channel, you may subscribe the channel. Don't forget to make like, comment and share. Thank you for watching.